Hi guys, this is Fleet Lieutenants. I'm Carmine, and today I'm with Mario. As you can see, Super Mario. What are we doing today? Today we are checking the decklist of Pre Vizsla Blue. So I played Pre Vizsla Blue in the Rome PQ, and I made top 4. I did 4-2 in Swiss. Game 1, I was against Vader 33, Paolo, another teammate of Fleet Lieutenants, and I won 2-1. Game 2, I met Guard Saxon Yellow, and I won 2-1. Game 3, I lost to Kazuda Yellow, who was an American guy, and also we met in top 8, and luckily we did a really good match. But I finally won that match in top 8, 2-1, actually, because I did a misplay in top 8. Always when I'm playing top, I threw out the games. So I threw the first game of top 8, and I managed to win the other 2. So I went to top 4, then I lost to top 4 to Palpa Yellow. By the way, as I was saying, in third round of Swiss, I met Kazuda Yellow and I lost 2-1. Fourth round, I met Quill and Tarkintown and I lost 2-1. Fifth turn, I met Boba for ECL and I won 2-0. Sixth turn, Palpa Yellow and I won 2-1. Top 8 Kazuda, I won 2-1 for a misplay, and top 4 Palpa Yellow and I lost 2-0. A little disclaimer about decklist. I really liked Pre Vizsla in set 3. Indeed, I played a lot of Pre Vizsla, did some results, and I think that the list in set 3 that you can see on the channel of Dart Players was actually the most optimal list of this leader. I was really sure of that list. While the list of set 4, so this one that I played, I'm not really sure about some of the cards, so we will discuss this together now. This is because I decided to play this deck like a day or 2 before the tournament. I just played this deck, I know the list, maybe I just need to do a few changes, but turned out worse than I thought, and some also better. So there are some changes that I think you will have to do in order to make this deck more optimal, and I will explain everything now with the deck list. So as you can see, obviously the leader is Pre Vizsla, 30 HP base. I got a warning because the name of the base was different from the list, but never mind. So we will discuss about the choice of the cards while we were seeing those. So stable for the deck, always 3 Pershing and 3 Inferno 4. I think I won like every game I started with Pershing except one, and I kinda lost every game I started with Inferno 4. Even though this is the second best start for the deck, you really need the card advantage. But sometimes you are like you see the hand and you say this is just too good, we have to try. But this really gives you a huge advantage. So this I had like 80% win rate, and this I think 20-30% win rate as first play. It was really good when the opponent played in space, so I won the games, if I remember well. Maybe I'm saying something totally wrong, but I think that in the games where the opponent started space, starting with this was really good, and I think I won those games. But generally, this is far a better start. Then also stable 3 Grievous, because this deck can race really well. If you want to see the match against Kazuda, we have the streaming on our channel in top 8, and I won at 5 resource racing the opponent with Grievous, Childsen, and my leader, because I chose not to resource, so I got the extra 2 attack and I just closed the game. So this is stable because the deck can be really aggressive. This is not an hard control deck. It can be an hard control, but if you start with the right drops, you can just race out the opponent. So 3 Childsen, same thing, really good against aggro, really good to race. is just a 6/6, and 3 Chiadimundi, best drop in the turn of Pre Vizsla, 5/7 overstarted, draws the cards, so usually makes Pre Vizsla 6/6 saboteur. So like if you start pershing Grievous, Chilsen, like always 6/6 if you're pershing, then this guy and Pre Vizsla, you have like the best turn 2, 3, 4 of the game, because you have 4/4, 6/6, and then 6/6 flip and 5/7 unit. So this was the game plan I had in set 3, and this is still the game plan I have in set 4. But obviously, depending on the matchup, you can start like with removal, maybe something slower. But if you want, you can totally raise the opponent. So these were like the staple cards of the deck. As removals, I played also. This one is totally staple. It's one of the best cards of the deck. You can just deal 7 damage to a unit, like when they flip Quinlan, maybe you just put this and either it dies or you draw 3. So you can use Pre Vizsla effect to deal 3 to a unit and flip, and you have a 6/6. Really, really huge card. Obviously, 3 power dark side, 2 vigilance. This was really good to raise, actually, because you were removing a piece of the opponent, you were healing 5, and you were keeping the pressure on the board. But also good against aggro, also good against control. 2 takedown, and 2 no glory as removals, and then 3 super laser. As I did in set 3, I like the 3 super laser, because sometimes you just have to reset the board multiple times, and even if you resource 1 at the start of the game, maybe you can still draw the other 2. Then there are, depending on the meta, I played this. I was pretty happy about this, also about this one. Probably I'd keep them in the deck, but in set 3, I played in main deck Force Choke, which is now inside deck. I think this card was really good in set 3 because of TJ, because of Sabine, because of tech, because of really lot of things. And maybe I would like to put this in main deck again. Because I kinda side this card in like in most of the matches that I played. But these guys did a really good job. These guys did not do a good job. These cards are really useless. I didn't know. The stats are terrible. I used to play the 4/1 red that draws 2 when he dies if you have the initiative, and I thought, well, this is just a more solid card because it's blue for Chilsen. You always draw 1, but it's a really terrible stat line. I used this card once against Boba because he tanked all the indirect damage, but it's really, really terrible. I really didn't expect this from this card. I know it wasn't amazing, but it turned out really, really bad. Pack Sentinel turned out really, really good. As I said in the last video of Ondo, if you want to go on the channel, Ondo top 4 at PQ, Pack Sentinel is one of my favorite cards, so I might get this card up to like a second copy. I put this card in because I needed the 10th 2-drop, because as other 2-drops I was playing Runako. I like this card. I also played this in set 3 because it helped me clearing some trades. Like if they ambush Chilsen with Poe and they remove experience token, it clears the trade. It also helps with my leader because it deals 1, 2 depending on how many I drew, and maybe this is the last damage I need. And also it's a 3/2, so if you have the initiative, always trades the opponent or goes face. And maybe because this was so good in the tournament, I might shift to 2 copies and 2 copies. As big ships, I played 3 Ruthless, like one of the best cards to raise the opponent, with the 2 Devastator. So some matchups are just race, and then deal damage to the base with some rich cards. 3 Snoke, really good against any type of aggro. 2 Avengers and 1 Annihilator, because I expected a lot of Kiras, and there were a lot of Kiras. So like some of my deck and side were for Kiras. I also for Kira, I should have played these guys in main, but I said let's try in sideboard. But I met 0 Kiras, so I never played this card. While these were pretty good, maybe also Avenger was pretty useless because, I don't know, I really didn't get the good matchups to play this, maybe except in game 1 against Vader 133, but I'd keep this in the main and maybe changing this one. Yeah, maybe this one was too risky for main deck. So we can talk about the side deck and my choice for the side deck, where the third copy of Devastator and 2 Planetary Bombardment for the matchup for art control, for the matchup where I needed to race at first and then reach to the base with effect, like Palpa Yellow. Indeed, I won with Palpa Yellow because of these cards, also with Ruthless. 2 copies of Chamsindula for ramp decks. I think he's pretty bricky with Childsen. Sometimes I thought, well, just remove Childsen to play this one, but I think the right choice is to just side everything in. So we have 6 drops at 4, and you just decide at 4 mana what to do. If you research this one or just play Childsen, because Childsen is just a really, really strong play if you want to race. But also this one is pretty good. If I remember well, I started 1 in against Kazuda because I saw that he was playing a lot of 3-5, so I can just trade and survive. But I think Chamsindula was a good choice. Force Choke, as I said, was in my main in set 3, and I think this card is really good. I used to play 3 copies in main. I really want to put this card again in main deck. I just have to figure out how. But I think I won't do it now because like my season of PQ has come to an end. I will play again like in the next month, at the end of the month. So I will just play something else and will test for the Galactic. And then as last cards, 3 Disruptive Burst for Vader 4. Indeed, there were 2 Vader 4 out of 3 in the top 8, and I managed to face 0 Vader. So this card turned out useless, we can say, but I think in the right matchup is pretty good. I chose this one over IG because it was the first card that came to mind, and it's also blue and comes out a turn earlier. So if he starts to drop, which gives a token, I can just do this and block it. Otherwise, EG comes after the 3 mana 2-4, which pumps the space units, and that's a disaster. And I think this card would have been really good if I met any Vader. So, as I said, there are, I think, some changes to do. Some cards turn out better than expected, and some cards turn out worse. And I wanna end the video saying hello to the American guy who came to Rome to play the PQ. Actually, he didn't come to Rome just to play, but he was there with his girlfriend. Hi to both of you. It was really nice to play against you. As I said, if you want to say some matches of the PQ, you can just go on our channel. There is the live streaming of the PQ divided in 2 videos, and that's it. I hope you liked the decklist. I hope you will try the deck, and see you to the next video. Bye bye.